Hello friends, welcome to this economy current affairs session, and we are covering the important economy current affairs news that appeared both in the Hindu newspaper as well as in the Business Line newspaper. Okay, and we are covering the issues that appeared on July 21st, 2020. A report from the Goods and Services Tax Network, GSTN. Okay, so we know that the Goods and Services Tax Network is the information backbone of the GST. This Goods and Service Tax Network report, and that summarizes the GST for the last 3 years. GST has completed 3 years, and this report gives a brief idea or brief description about the status of GST in India from the examination point of view. Some of these points are very important for us. Okay, and when we are going to this report, which appears in a PDF form covered by the Business Line on 21st of July. Here you can see that the first point from the examination point of view is that the number of GST registrants, according to this report, from the GSTN network, there were 1,23 lakh GST registrants in India, and that was around 1,23 lakhs and 41,000 1 year back. The number slightly declined during this year. Okay, and again, compared to 2018 figure, there is a marked improvement, what we can say, in the number of registrants under GST. So that is a first important point from our examination point of view. And similarly, what are the different categories of taxpayers that constitute this 1.23 crores? That also has been elaborated by this report. And coming to this category, different categories, the normal taxpayers are around 1 crore. Okay, and the composition taxpayers, that means the taxpayers who got concession from different angle, what we can say, that the government has given a concession to small and medium taxpayers under composition scheme. That is what the composition scheme says. And as per the composition scheme, for goods as well as goods traders as well as for manufacturers, the GST, there is a turnover limit for them. Okay, there is a turnover limit. That turnover limit is 1.5 crores rupees for 1 year. So if their turnover is less than 1.5 crore, there is a concessional tax rate for them. Okay, there is a concessional tax rate for them. Tax rate for them. Okay, so that concession tax rate it depends upon the type of what we can say, whether there are goods providers or restaurants, okay, or service providers, etc. For service providers, the limit is 50 lakh rupees. Okay, 50 lakh rupees per year, and there is a concessional tax rate for them. Similarly, the submission of returns also is less frequent. Then coming to next important categories, tax collectors, tax collector at source category. These are basically e-commerce entities. Okay, e-commerce entities. So, and the next category among the different types of registered entities under GST is tax deductor at source category. So these are basically government entities, or entities where government has at least 51% share. So basically they deducts tax at source of GST. And important thing from the examination point of view is that these are basically government entities where government, both the center, state, local bodies, etc., they hold at least 51% share in those entities. And the next important category, even though they are not important from the examination point of view, this category is important. Here, unique identification number holders. These are concessional, they are exempted categories. Okay, exempted categories. Basically, they are diplomatic persons and entities, like embassies, persons and entities. Okay, entities like embassies of other countries in India. Okay, they are exempted from GST. So such GST exempted diplomatic and other categories are identified as UIN holders. Okay, and these are the important categories of taxpayers or tax registrants under GST. All those GST registrants, they constitute around 1.23 crore registration under GST. So that is about different categories of taxpayers and their size. And now we are coming to the next important examination point. Here the GSTN network has provided an information about a state-wise origin of different taxpayers. When we are analyzing those state-wide figures, you can see that Maharashtra, the largest number of GST registered taxpayers are coming enterprises coming from Maharashtra. Okay, that is around 15 lakh. Okay, 15 lakh GST registrants are actually coming from Maharashtra. The second category is from second largest number of registrants are coming from Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and similarly there is the next category is from Gujarat. Okay, and there are other important states like Karnataka, Delhi, etc. So those are what we can rather Tamil Nadu. Sorry, yes, Tamil Nadu. It was around 9 lakh, nearly 10 lakh registrants are there. Okay, from Tamil Nadu. So most important factor from the examination point of view is that Maharashtra is the state with the largest number of GST registrant firms in India. Okay, so that is about this particular table, or this second information that is important from our examination point of view. And other details are also there, but they are not that much important from my examination point of view. There are a lot of tables are there, but we are coming to the next important point about what we can say about the GST over the last 3 years, and that is about the contribution of GST revenue from different constitutions of business. So different categories of entities are there, business entities are there, include like public limited company, private limited company, proprietorship, public sector company. Okay, public sector undertaking. These are the 4 important categories. Okay, categories of registrants in terms of their business, in terms of, remember, in terms of business, that classification is also important. Now we are going to see what is their relative size, and more than that, what is their relative tax contribution to the entire GST revenue. Okay, and when we are coming to the largest contributing category, that is public limited company. Basically public limited companies are what we can say the entities who are giving their shares to the general public. Okay, general public. Don't misunderstand that they are public sector companies, but actually they are public limited companies, and they may be listed in the stock exchange. Okay, so that is about a public limited company, and understand that their contribution is shown in green bar. In their contribution is shown in the green bar, and it shows that around 35.29% of the total GST revenue is contributed by the public limited companies. Okay, but their number is less, insignificant. Only 0.62% of the total GST registrants are public limited companies, but their tax share is remarkable. Remember, it is 35.29%. Okay, and coming to the second largest contributor in terms of business, remember, business, okay, is the category of private limited companies. Their contribution is 27.51%. okay, but still you can see that the blue bar just shows the their number or their size in the total 1.23 crore GST registrants. It is only 5.87%. and coming to the third category in terms of revenue contribution is the proprietorship. Their revenue contribution is 13.35%. okay, and then what about their numbers? They are around what we can say 80% of the total GST registrants are in the form of what we can say proprietorship. Okay, coming to the last category, not the last category but the fourth important category. We are considering the 4 important categories because from the examination point of view the top 4 are important. We are considering only 4. okay, the fourth one, public sector undertakings. The companies who are the government has majority ownership, they are contributing 9.12% of the total GST revenue. Okay, but look at their number. They are only 0.02% of the total GST registrants. Okay, so that is about the contribution of top 4 type of business entities in the GST revenue. And understand that what we can say, the public limited company, they contributes to 35%. They are the largest contributing category. Okay, and now we are going to see or going through some multiple choice question that is important from this topic. Okay, the first question is that the exempt category under GST is, what is the exempt category? Okay, the exempt category is UIN holders. Okay, the registrants who are basically related with the diplomatic activities or embassies, etc. So they are the exempt category. In the second question we can see the largest number of GST registrants are from Maharashtra. Understandably, we saw that 15 lakh registrations are enterprises who register under GST are coming from Maharashtra. And coming to the next question, the largest contributor category of GST revenue, category 2 GST revenue, it is actually the public limited companies, not public sector undertakings. Remember, public limited company, they contributes to how much? Around 35% of the total GST revenue. Okay, that's all about this topic and the questions we have covered. Okay, thanks for listening.